It's that time of year again, election season. And you're probably going to the voting booths being really confused about who you're going to vote for. Maybe you're really strongly invested in a particular candidate, but I'd like to throw my hat in the ring. That's because this past election season, I was thinking about the common question that every fourth grader comes up with during their bus ride home. What would I do as president? Since I've had a couple of years since fourth grade, I've had time to ponder that question. I've become a more refined and distinguished lamp. I have some proposals for policies I would enact, and hopefully I can sway you to vote for me. Now, I understand that talking politics can be a pretty dicey subject, so I think I'm just going to rip the band aid off early and go ahead and throw at you some of my hardest hitting policies for when I'm in office. My first policy: no more shoes. Shoes have turned the American citizen into soft marshmallows. We are coddled by footwear so much that our feet don't even remember what grass feels like. I mean, the only time we're really connected to the outdoors and our ancestors is when we stub our toe racing for food in the kitchen or accidentally step on a Lego. We need to get rid of footwear for two reasons. One, get back to nature and set every normal person on common ground, literally. We, the American people, will bond over the training of a new skill, which is learning to walk again, learning together to walk the hard road of life. And second, and most importantly, we can bait out all those foot weirdos who won't be able to stop staring down at everybody's dogs. By baiting these closeted weirdos out of hiding, we can properly contain them, making sure that their plague does not spread to the future of our country. My next policy would be investing in the transportation industry. We all know the feeling of long commutes to work and traffic jams taking up almost all of our day. The transportation industry has been long overdue for a rework. The last big balance pass just retextured cabs, and don't even get me started on the pay-to-win features. But not to fear, I have the solution. We need more trains. I get that we have planes and other stuff now that can get people to places quicker, but what about the panache? What about the pizzazz that only comes with riding within a locomotive? I get that people like planes because they're just big metal skybirds that somehow defy the laws of nature by sheer will alone. But just think of the personality that trains bring to our lives and the culture. I mean, think of a famous plane. Does it have a name? Probably not. Trains, on the other hand, have personality and flair that just win. The Hogwarts Express, the Orient Express, the Polar Express, the Snowpiercer Express. I mean, just the Snowpiercer. Okay, I get it. Trains are a hard sell. I get it. I really do. This is something I am willing to compromise on. However, my next policy is one that I will not budge. It is an absolute hard set, dead stop, completely locked, no budge policy. We need better elevator music. Seriously, folks, I'm talking a full-blown revolution in the elevator music scene. It is 2024, and I know you all are tired of listening to the same 5 jazz loops that sound like they were pulled from a 90s office party gone wrong. I want a symphony that makes you feel like you're ascending to greatness, not just to the 5th floor of a boring office building. Don't feel bad for the old elevator music that may still hold a place in some of your hearts. My policy will move that music to the stairwell. That way, when you're climbing those hundreds of flights of stairs during a fire alarm or an earthquake, you can hear those smooth jazz that used to take up the space of our elevators. Because now, just imagine stepping into an elevator and hearing the sweet sounds of a live orchestra playing a remix of your favorite banger. You should feel like you're entering the VIP section of life, not a silent torture chamber where there's only one thing keeping you company is the awkward talk with someone who's definitely just only staring at their shoes. Instead, picture this. You step into an elevator and you're greeted with a live DJ spinning an epic remix of your favorite song. As the doors close, you feel like you're not just moving up and down, but soaring through the clouds of euphoria. Maybe the DJ gives you a wink, and suddenly you're convinced you're at the hottest underground club instead of being sandwiched between Barry from accounting and Tony from waste management. And hey, if you're not a fan of the DJ scene, we can bring in a full string quartet. you're gliding up to the 10th floor and the violins are serenading you with sweet sounds. You just have to ignore all the body odor from all those people in a small box. But won't you see, all of these policies, they're meant to help the American people with those small problems. That's what I'm aiming to get at. With no shoes, cross-country transportation, and live music, no shoes. Wait, hold on. But how did this happen? Wait, what? Well, well, I guess I guess my policies are just hippie culture. How did this happen? Well, I guess okay. Well, I guess peace, love, and all that, my dudes. Um, okay, so maybe if you're not a fan of my policies, I kind of get that. I understand that it doesn't really jive with everybody, but hope you give me your consideration when you head to the ballot box. Um, Maybe I'll just kind of like redefine them for next time. So next time when I run for office, I'll just have more realistic policies, like larger elevators,